Hi friends, welcome back. So Elon Musk is tweeting out about AI and it really caught my attention. I want to share it with you. Coming from Elon Musk, a friend of mine suggested that I clarify the nature of the danger of woke AI, especially forced diversity. If an AI is programmed to push for diversity at all costs, as Google Gemini was, then it will do whatever it can to cause that outcome, potentially even killing people. And I want to read that again just so you know it's clear. This is coming from Elon Musk just a few hours ago. If an AI is programmed to push for diversity at all costs, as Google Gemini was, then it will do whatever it can to cause that outcome, potentially even killing people. And this is the kind of thing that we have to address because unfortunately Elon Musk has a very large following and people follow every word. People worship the guy, and essentially this is like Jesus telling you, watch out for AI, it's going to kill you. And if you understand what this stuff is, this is basically right-wing kind of rhetoric stuff. And it's unfortunate that there's populations out there that go for this kind of thing. And this is fear-mongering. There's no other way to put it. It is, and I get it already. People watching this video, just whatever Elon Musk says, it must be the truth, right? And I want you guys to understand, like, this is crazy talk, this kind of stuff. I mean, honestly, this is crazy talk. And I want to point out really clearly. Moreover, we talked about this thing that the Don Lemon is going to interview Elon Musk and probably ask him and address these kind of things. Listen to this for a bit.
So let's get into it. Are you under the influence of anything? You said you learned your lesson. What did you learn? So you don't consider that hate speech. What is the evidence? Do you know what the term woke actually means? Do you have any responsibility to the truth? So let's...
Right, so that kind of stuff, and it'll be interesting. I'll be perfectly frank. The problem is though, Elon Musk is just crazy. He seems to keep going more right-wingy and more conspiratorial. I guess for some people, talking about and if you understand the whole context of this thing, basically I can read through it too with all the things that people are saying here. Basically, we're getting into like, okay, Google's making AI to kill white people. that's basically kind of what he's implying, and that's like I said, this appeals to a certain kind of audience, but it's really conspiratorial and right wing, and I think it's nuts. That's why I'm bringing it up, because I just want to point this stuff out that yes, he really has gone off the deep end. This is more from Elon Musk. This is concerning for now, but as AI gains more and more power, it may become deadly. Again, he's promoting this kind of stuff, and then all these people are going to respond to it, and the woke is destroying America. A lot of people don't realize diversity is important, but teaching AI to prioritize one race over other is a recipe for disaster. And I can go through all this stuff, and sort of what this is coming from. Let me show you guys this here. There was a issue with Google Gemini when they were making AI produced images, and not all of the images were historically accurate, right? I tell you the truth on that. But is there some great conspiracy to where we're trying to eliminate all white images on the internet and stuff like that? I mean, that's the conspiratorial stuff, and this is sort of why you get into these things of like, okay, so now we're worried that AI is going to kill us all. Moreover, right, going back to here, right? Yeah, he's saying AI is potentially even killing people, or it may become deadly, and that's the kind of stuff that you're promoting. And I want to point this out to you guys. So on Elon Musk Twitter, why I don't talk about it all day every day. Yes, he puts pictures of spaceships and stuff like that. But the thing is, he also puts a lot of pictures of this, and you're like, well, why am I showing you this? This is a Latino person, obviously, and he's like, when will this madness stop? And this is some sort of person who was sexually abusing children, right? So I don't disagree that this is a bad person. If that's the case, that this person I don't disagree. But the issue, if you guys understand the place this is coming from, when Elon Musk will only tweet out pictures of people who are Latino and say, look at all of these murderers and sex traffickers, etc. And I want to state this really clearly. Bad people can come in all shapes and sizes. So let me state it really clearly. Like this tech lead guy, completely a scammer. He's Asian and he's totally a scammer. I have no problem saying that Asian people can be scammers. This guy, right, Kim Jong-il, he's the leader of North Korea. He's completely crazy. I don't trust the guy. He's dangerous, etc. Hey, guys, he's Asian. He looks like me. Right? I hope you guys understand the point of this. Is like when someone purposely says, hey, only one group of people that look like this are the most dangerous and evil, etc. I mean, you guys already know what I'm going to say, right? But you know what it is, right? It's not good. I'll state it that way. It's not good. And for some people, like they won't understand any word that I'm saying at all. They'll just think, oh, no, this is all... Elon Musk is all awesome and everything like that. And it's like, the point I'm trying to make is like, lots of people come in all shapes and sizes can be bad. You know, like I mentioned this one before. This is two fathers shoot each other's daughters, right? And this is in Florida, right? People look like this can be crazy, right? Or people who, you know, rob Nordstrom stores. These people can be crazy too. All kinds of people can be crazy in all kinds of ways. And again, I'll repeat again, people that look like me who are Asian can totally be crazy and do crazy stuff. But, you know, Elon Musk says, you know, oh no guys, only the Latinos are crazy and they're ruining America, etc. And then now we're talking about, you know, Google wants to program Gemini to potentially kill people and could become deadly, this kind of stuff. It's ludicrous. And I have to point this stuff out to you because this kind of rhetoric is dangerous, and in fact is dangerous. Why is it dangerous? Well, talk about this. So Elon, I guess in the past has tweeted out stuff about the great replacement theory. So this is among, you know, right wingers who say, oh yes, all this culture is out to, you know, commit genocide on the white people, that kind of stuff. And it's all conspiratorial stuff, right? And you know, when you promote this kind of stuff, it does lead to violence. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can look up Pizzagate stuff if you guys know. It was basically this right-wing, you know, conspiracy people that are saying, oh, you know, all the Democrats, they have this chain of restaurants where they're doing sex trafficking and stuff like that. And every now and then you get some crazy person who believes this stuff, shows up at a restaurant and shoots up the place, right? It is dangerous to promote, you know, basically conspiratorial lies, these kind of things. Another example, if you have the Mr. Trump dude going out there and saying, you know, Biden stole the election and the Democrats are all evil, etc. You inspire like crazy people. You don't know who's out there in the world. Crazy people to just go rush the Capitol. People really did this thing, right? And you'll see it in comments. People get upset when you bring up like facts, like I you know, you can't just make this stuff up. People attack the Capitol, get really really angry based on a lie, and moreover. There's actually a new movie coming out. It's called Civil War. It's going to star Kirsten Dunst. The early reviews came out, and if I understand the premise of the movie correctly, it's kind of going to be like, if you guys know the movie The Purge, you know, it's kind of about like future America and just takes like an extreme idea. And I think The Purge is a brilliant story in terms of like the concept of it. And Civil War sounds like a pretty interesting story as well. If I understand the story correctly, and I have not seen the movie, and I won't read too much about it until I actually see it, but I think it's basically what if America goes into civil war, you know, based on media lies, etc., right? And you can define media lies however you want, and people already got their mind made up on that stuff, because this is the world that we live in. Is some people just choose to live in whatever corner of the internet they want to, and I want you to understand that this kind of stuff that Elon Musk gets involved with, I mean, these kind of tweets is really off the deep end, you know. And I hope you guys understand the gravity and the seriousness of this. That's why I showed you different examples. And I want you to understand very, very clearly, Elon Musk is from South Africa. He was born during a white apartheid during when he lived on the white side, and there was like basically the country was split. Elon Musk himself claims that he's not racist or anything like that. Yet Tesla just today actually just settled a court case regarding racism and discrimination over in their company. They settled. I think it was like $2.6 million or something like that they paid out. So, you know, you guys can be the judge of that, but it's, you know, I'm just basing what I see from his actions when he tweets out every day, you know, about conspiracy theories on the right side, or he tweets out every day, oh, look at all these Latinos that are all evil and criminals and stuff like that. And that's why I stated very clearly, guys, criminals can come from all colors, shapes, and sizes. So I don't dispute if, like, hey, you know, this particular Latino person is not good. I'm not going to dispute that. But the issue becomes is when you're only clearly pointing out a certain group of people that do that, opposed to, like, why don't you point out criminals that look like you, Mr. Musk, right? Why don't you point out criminals that... if you guys understand my point, that's why I said really clearly, because I want to make this really clear, guys. It's like I'm pretty neutral when it comes to criminal. It doesn't matter what they look like. If it's a criminal, it's a criminal. It doesn't matter to me what they look like. I'll call it out. It's a criminal. If it's a scammer, it's a scammer. It doesn't matter what they look like to me. There's a scammer. And some people don't see the world that way. They see the world only in certain colors. And you know, I don't want to go through every single one of Musk tweets all day, every day. But this particular one just really irked me a lot. You know, basically accusing Google Gemini of Google, right, of potentially making software and AI that's going to just wipe out a certain group of people. This is where it's coming from, right? Again, it's all about this white replacement theory stuff. So it's frustrating, and I already know there's people out there that won't understand a word that I'm saying, but what can I do about that? I can't do anything about that. But all I can do is warn you guys about. I just want you to understand the importance of how can I say, getting out from behind your keyboard, I guess is a good way to put it, living out in the world and learning to get along with other groups of people, And not everyone out there is out to get you all of the time. This kind of stuff is fear mongering, and I see it all over YouTube. Actually, I don't point all day every day, but I'll just say, the most popular videos are by YouTubers who just tell you that everything's going to end and the market's going to crash and all the dark people are going to come get you, that kind of stuff. Like people eat that stuff up. They eat that stuff up, and it's a real shame. It's even worse when it's like a really popular person like this. Elon Musk is a popular person, right? People like to watch this guy. I remember it was a similar kind of thing when Trump first became president. Like the guy just tweets out crazy thing after crazy thing after crazy thing, and like at first it was like nuts, but then it's just like an everyday occurrence. I don't recall Musk like really being right wing in this way. In my opinion, I think it's just been, I guess, since he took over Twitter. But you guys can correct me if I'm wrong if he was right wing for the last 20 years. I just missed it, but. My understanding, my reading of the situation is the older he's been getting, he's more and more like that crazy uncle at the dinner table that's spouts out conspiracy theories, like, oh my god, what's the uncle thinking now, and sleeps with a gun under his pillow or something like that, right? Like he's just going down that route, and I honestly think, and this is not just like random things, like when you read the reports that he's on drugs and stuff like that, like when I see this kind of stuff, I'm like, yeah. I'm not shocked if he's on drugs. It just wouldn't shock me. And the other thing is too, which I think is a problem, Mr. Musk, he just doesn't have much self-control. This is something that you need as a CEO, as a leader, as someone that young people look up to. People actually look up to this guy. On YouTube, there's all these cultists of Musk and stuff like that. And again, this is his language talking about, AI is going to kill people and it's going to become deadly, etc. I wish I were making this stuff up, but I'm not. Anyway, I'd like to hear your thoughts on this thing, and I hope you understand the dangers of the kind of stuff that Musk tweets out. I really hope you understand that, because we've seen this game before, and with the whole January 6th thing, Pizzagate, there's a lot of examples of that kind of stuff, and it can be a real problem. So be careful out there, and I'll catch you next video.